Thank you for your interest in one of Nova Workforce's healthcare programs. Today, we're going to go over in the orientation the grant requirements for Fast Forward and Fantic, one of which you may likely be involved in. If you are receiving funds through WIOA or through an employer or you're paying the full cost, then this will not be applicable to you. We'll also review over the expectations of the class and healthcare job expectations. We're doing this so that you may see what is possible and make sure that this is the right fit for you moving forward. All right, fast forward. This grant is for those who are domiciled in the state of Virginia, and it pays for 2/3 of the cost of the class, and it includes the book and the test voucher. You still must pay the 1/3 of the cost. There are no income requirements for the Fast Forward grant. For the FANTIC grant, you must be eligible as a domiciled resident of Virginia, and also you must be financially eligible for it. So this grant pays 80% of the last 1/3 of the Fast Forward grant. You must be domiciled and meet the requirements. I already said that, but this is just a test run, so it's all good. All right, fast forward to the FANTIC requirements continued. So students you must sign that you will do the following or pay back to the state of Virginia 1/3 of the cost of the class. So it is important that you attend at least 90% of the classes. So if a class meets 10 times, for instance, you must be there 9 times. Typically on the last day of class there is a certification test, so remember that you must be there for that test. Also, you must complete and pass any required quizzes and assignments given by the instructors. So it's not merely that you must be there, you must also complete the work. This is a college level class, so you must be ready for appropriate studying, appropriate time in the class, taking notes, and being the best student that you can be. If you do not pass the class, you may not be able to use grant funding to help with other Fast Forward classes in the future. So remember that as well. So you might have to pay back 1/3 of the cost if you don't pass, and also you may not be able to take future classes. All right, so some expectations. English proficiency is important because it is a college level class taught in English. The test is in English, the text is in English. So you must have a 12th grade understanding or equivalent American GED in order to take this class. Typically what that means is you must be able to speak proficiently, read, write, and understand English proficiently. If you need help with understanding what that may mean for you, you can talk with one of our counselors. Also, if you are not able to take this class because of this, we do have some good English as a second language classes that you can take. You must also be comfortable with learning an EMR system. So that is a new type of software. Now, you don't have to know it right now, but you must be comfortable with learning new software. Are you comfortable with going on the computer and learning how to use different social media, learn how to make different documents, learn how to do different things? You don't have to be the best at it, but you at least have to be comfortable and ready to learn it. All right. You must also have computer access at home to do a lot of the assignments, and that's part of the down here. All right. You must have and all these are important. You must reconsider if you are not ready to meet these requirements. All right, you must also review your student handbook. This is going to be found in the course description, and there is a student code of conduct that is strictly enforced. So each health profession has a code of professional conduct administered by a professional organization or regulatory agency. Students must understand and adhere to these standards. Academic integrity is of the utmost importance. The college does not tolerate academic dishonesty in any form. Possible outcomes could, in fact, be failing the course. So don't do it. Attendance policy. As we mentioned before, you must attend 90% of all classes. That's 90% of the days in which you meet. If you are late by more than 20 minutes, this is counted as tardy. And if a student gets 3 tardies, that equals 1 absence. All right, there's no distinction between excused and unexcused absence. It's still a good idea to let a teacher know if you will not be able to make it and for what reason it is. But at the same time, if you're not there, you still are not able to make up the time. All right, the inclement weather policy. We at times have really bad storms, especially in the winter. It is important to sign up for Nova Alert. If you click on, or if you go to this website right here, it's good to do that right now. You can be alerted whenever we have closings of the school, of the individual center you're going to, if it's open late, and also other important things that may come up. All right, there's some more general job expectations in healthcare. So, you must be capable and able to stand and sit for long periods of time. There are some healthcare professions in which you may not sit during your whole shift. So, in order to take the class, it's important to have the capability to stand or sit for a long period of time as well. Because if you in fact go into the externship, that would be necessary, and you're taking the class to get the job. So, very important to have that ability. You must be able to reach above shoulder level, lift heavy loads, 50 pounds, up to 50 pounds, look at a computer screen for a long period of time. You must be able to communicate well, be able to communicate with the public, speaking, writing, hearing. What this may mean for you is, if you go to the stores, you go to restaurants, you interact with people in the public, that there's not a lot of trouble that people have in understanding you, and you may not have a lot of trouble understanding them. If you have to repeat yourself many, many times, you may consider your communication skills in knowing this. All right, usage of electronic communication. You must be able to use computer, printer. You must have the ability to access it and use these. All right, mental requirements: reading, writing, simple math, reasoning, weighing, measuring, analyzing data, and reporting information. So much of this is going to be, elementary or middle school math that you may need to remember. It's just important to know that may be there and be able to take care of it. All right, working environment safety requirements, understanding of working in and around mechanical, electrical, chemical, and infectious material hazards are present. Pressure for multiple calls, frequent interruptions, and irregular hours. So that is important to know because, let me go back here. This is all just a test. It's important because, you could be around people who are sick. You could have to clean up, throw up. You could have to have other bodily fluids that you may need to address. And you also must be able to have good customer service, working multiple phone calls, several interruptions, different hours that may come your way. All right, that's all for now.